My name is Nabigogo. Nabigogo is a spiritualist, and I'm also a spiritual teacher. I'm a herbalist at the same time. Means I'm a doctor in the physical and also the spiritual matters. So we normally tackle and teach the situation which normally happens sometimes in around us or in the society, so that they don't repeat themselves again the same way. At least we create awareness on what is happening around us, because most of the things are more spiritual than the physical life we are living. So we might look things in a physical way, and most of the life are spiritual. Albert, may his soul rest in peace, was a strong man having ambitions, very young man who had a family to take care of. Also, there were those who depend on him. And I think Albert died before his time. And that's why the spirit must move on. Spirit doesn't die. And it's the body that has been is being killed or withered or transformed in any way possible, you will call it. So it's a transformation. Yes, it's just a transformation of a new beginning. And the soul cannot die. The soul lives forever. And by the time somebody has been cut off or killed or died before his time, he will struggle and seek revenge until the time reaches of that person to go to the spiritual world, or whatever Christian call it, in heaven. So the soul, or the soul which contains the spirit is an energy, has to move within the people who are around them, because Albert has a lot of memories with people, and he has to collect that kind of memory, because somebody collects the memory for almost 100 days. So for 40 days is the closer memory, then the other 200 days he collects the external memories. But they have to seek revenge when they died an appropriate death. That's a revenge which I must. But when the people who are closer, or you feel the same thing in them, he gets into those people, and later on, because he has no physical body, because he's also seeking revenge in the physical body which has been tampered with, he has to get into those people's spirit, those people's bodies, so that they control, and the rest of the bodies who died before their time in the same process, because these are young people who have been killed. The other time of Mandamano, we lost other young people, and these people are still on the roads where they killed them there. And that's why you see most Mandamanos and everything, they do things which are weird, but when they maybe the police catch them, or they get into a certain trouble, or they have been shot, they say they were not there, because the physical body is being controlled with a certain spirit which is not their own spirit. And that's why it should be very careful sometimes for an intruder spirit to get inside you to occupy that place, because this spirit doesn't have bodies. They only look for a body to occupy, and you work for them. You see, that's what normally happens in the Mandamano riots people normally goes for. So they will get into you and seek revenge, because those people who died, for their survival in that astral world, we call them, they are in the astral world or the purgatory world. They need blood for them to sustain, to have that strength, because blood is life. They don't have that blood. The spirit doesn't have blood. You see, it is just an energy. You cannot see it, you can't touch it. But now the body is the body. The spirit lives in the blood. So that blood is what flows. It drives the spirit. Because when the energy is in the blood, it becomes life. See? Now, when they don't have that blood that can control it, they look for somebody who has the same thing that they don't have, and they get into that person's. Then they start revenging everything they wanted. It will be done in the physical. That's why you see that revenge must happen, and more blood must be shed off, because that blood is what will sustain those people who are in the spirit form, to fight for what they died for. They have to fight for that until they go. It's a revenge they have to do, you see. So that's what they are doing. Now, the last case, and even the people who are also, I think some of the bodies were found yesterday, I think so. I found so it can't be the last one, and it won't be because they have not achieved what they wanted. I told you the spirit doesn't die. The thing they say that we want to achieve this, and they will achieve them even if in the spirit. Albert will still fight even if it is in the spiritual world. And these other Gen Zs are still fighting for this. More riots will be on the street. More people, more Gen Zs will come out of the street, and they still fight for that, because they are not fighting for the freedom, they are fighting for those who died also, you see. So the only solution here is for these people to sit down and reconcile or negotiate, you see. If there is no like that, I don't think if these people will stop. And there's still more worse coming ahead than this one we are seeing. The like of out is just for alarming that there is something more dangerous. And these people are building it. This is the time. The more they kill these people, the more they build their spirit to be more strong. So the only solution here is for these two people to sit down and negotiate. Or now they will also be in the shadow. But unfortunately now, they are part of our leaders also. After they are full, they go and keep quiet. That's the problem now. Because, Albert case, I normally see the death of Albert in another way. Not the way people see it. And whatever people see right now is just for what to convince us. Those are urgent to make this death to be complete. This was something which I think is a spiritual and death. You can find maybe Albert came home for a very long time, maybe. After that, he was trying to repair the houses, you see. The life of a village, of village people, like, when they see you coming from the street, from the city, they think that you are well off. Then maybe one few things, he was being seen in social media, I don't know. Then after that, he comes with the wife and whatever. And this thing all was planned. Maybe they say that you will never make it in life. And they connect you with something, because I think this is not the first time Albert write these things. I think he has been writing some of the even more things. I don't know. But only the small things is what will connect Albert with his death. That's a connection of spiritual. And somebody maybe behind all this is just sitting and watching, maybe at home, and maybe in the village. And he connects this thing to the police officers. And that's where these people can connect you with accident. They can connect you with robbery. They connect you with robbers to come and kill you. They just connect with somebody else, you start to fight, then that's how you are gone. So there's a connection. You have to look at it in a spiritual matter for this not to repeat itself, because it might be in a circle in this family also. Because maybe the problem was from the family. The cause of the problem, these people, they set something up in the family to catch Albert. And now they are trying to catch the attention of the government, which is also fine, because now let the justice of the government do its courts. Let them find the cause of Albert's death. They are doing their investigation there now. Now this is a spiritual matter. Now they let them come and do their investigation in a spiritual matter, because nobody is willing to accept who killed him. Now there's these things that should be done during the time of burial, and these are Schwabert things. When you do it to maybe a deceased person, my friend, these people will not have no peace. They will have no peace in their houses, even in their families. They will have no peace. Anybody who attached to Albert's death, Albert will stand up and revenge. On the third day of resurrection, until the 40 days, these people will have no peace. So the only problem here, they go and look for the broom. This may be for the family. I know most people are Christians, and they have these doctrines of Christianity whereby you don't do what? There are things you don't forgive. It's very difficult for you to forgive for other people because they didn't forgive you. So the only thing they look for, broom. A broom which has been used and maybe thrown away. Most of the families, you will find a certain broom somewhere which was used, and now they have buy a new one. They look for that broom. The broom, it must be a traditional broom, you see, the one with they use for tradition. There's a certain plant they normally use for sweeping. That one, and sometimes it's called I don't know. There's a certain name here. Sometimes it's like we normally cook it and eat it. No problem. That one they have got. They look for a scissor, or any sharp object, but mostly they are scissors. And any sharp object, maybe a knife, a panga, or a sword. They have to put that one there. Thirdly, they look for a mirror, scissor, and that sharp object. Then a torch, that spotlight, that can be on for almost a month, and some days. They have to light it on when they're burying it. So the scissor on the right side, the torch on the left side. Ndani ya coffin anaweka kwa mkono, wanaweka kwa hiyo kitu kwa mkono, anashika. The broom on the right side. The broom is to sweep, collect everybody who involved in this. The scissor is to cut these people, and those are the spiritual weapon. Now, the torch, those who will go somewhere to maybe for the witch have protection, and also that those blood will not follow them. They will look for that. Torch is for looking for those who are in the darkness, so those who have hidden in the darkness. Now the mirror must be there, and there is this plant, the so-called minji. I don't know how it's the name. I think you know minji.
Of peace.
This it normally grows very tall. That green one. There's a leaf. You dry that leaf with the leaf of a cassava. Drying it very well with the leaf of mix it and burn it, so it becomes in a powder form. Then they apply on that mirror. And then on the Albert face like this. Then they put that mirror on the left ear, near the eye, the left eye. That mirror is to see those who are in the astral or in the mirror world. Those who have hid themselves, they will see. These people won't sleep. Then they bury them with all these things. My friend, they will have no peace. By the time they have put everything, let them speak to Albert, because he listens. I told you the spirit doesn't die. It's only the body which is dead or withered. So when they speak this word, tell them that, young man, don't rest until you find everybody who involve themselves in your death, whether spiritual or physical. Go wherever they are in their own places, sweep them all. Go with the mirror, reflect them. Go with the torch for those who are hiding in the darkness. Bring them. This is the scissor you are holding. This is the knife or the panga you are holding. Make them have no peace. Chase them each and every night. Chase them wherever they are. Make them leave their jobs. Make them have sickness in their families.
So, and do you think that one is applicable with the lawyers?
Even lawyers do that. Yeah. Everybody does that. If lawyers can do that, they know what I'm saying. Lawyer guys know what I'm saying. But leave alone these people who have the mind of Christianity. They will tell you this and that, and somebody's dead. They will continue killing more people. That's why it's very difficult for maybe in lawyer land, killing just, you want to go for free when you do that. The burial inakwanga with the setup of the family. But he got married and still in his father's home. Au watu unazikanga huko nyuma. Is not that person who did not get married. Is that different? There's somebody who did not have a wife or who was not married. Anazikwa huko nyuma ya mlango, nyuma ya gate huko, mbele ya gate. This gun This one is somebody who had a wife and had a simba. Lazima zikwe nyuma ya nyumba huko. Yeah. Then the family now, Albert also left a young woman with a young kid. Na bado damu yao inakimbia. Hatuwezi force hawa wakaeka hivyo because huyu alikufa kama bado wako pamoja na Albert, they did not divorce. Lazima apate hiyo, the process of burial ifanyike. Now after that happens, then they go through the Cheruburu stuff, I don't know how it's called, then in English, then they prepare of the third day. This Albert should come to his wife, then they sleep with he comes and sleep with the wife on the third day. Now hiyo atakuwa amemfungua, so he can get another man and remarry, but the man which will come to break this silver cord, we call it chodokola in Kijaluo, chodokola. So they will come and break with it. That man is not the man who will be remarrying this woman. That's just man who will come and do that, and then they go. When he does that, he continue sleeping with this woman, that spirit will kill him. So there's another spirit, another person who will come in her life, and she will stay with that man. So that spirit will get jealous and go. The Albert spirit will get jealous and go. If they don't do that, this woman will never get, and it will be very difficult for him to remarry another man because bado ni mdogo, ako na ile damu yake bado inakimbia. It's a normal. Let us not assume that now nini atakuwa nakaa hivyo tu waiting for that person. Bado anafaa kupata watoto wengine hivyo, na inafaa kama mtoto mwingine amepatikana anaitwa jina ya Albert, akizaa mtoto mwingine anaita jina huyo jamaa. That's how reincarnation huwa inafanyika, to raise up the spirit of that young guy who has been. So I think that is only what is important.
Maybe maybe can you wind up by giving us your social media handles and how they can reach you, in case anyone wants a spiritual teaching here?
My social media handles is Nabigogo. Nabigogo, TikTok Nabigogo, YouTube Nabigogo, Facebook Nabigogo. And if you want to reach me personally, don't text in those, you just comment. In those places you comment, then you just comment. Then if you want me personally for the spiritual checkup, spiritual treatment, we give you more spiritual. We normally give more spiritual treatment. So many. Be it you are having a spiritual husband and wife, you are being possessed, anybody having the mental illness that has been possessed mentally, a certain spirit, call it madness. Those who are having some of the problem in their stomach, somebody has thrown something moving in your stomach, physical problem, fibroids, cancer, other diseases that we also treat them. You can reach us here in Kisumu. When you reach there, Kisumu town, you just dial, you call us, we come and pick you. 0757 10 12 25. 0757 10 12 25. That is the number. You call us, we will pick you, we will talk to you, we consult that, and we plan when to come and what service do you offer.